Okay, trying to figure out exactly where I put my other cell phone that I basically stream my videos from. So here we are, sitting in the dark with my Sony ultra short throw projector. I'm gonna try to get those lights out the bottom too. Let's get those lights turned out at the bottom. Some of my Christmas decorations. Let's get this knocked out. All right, get it nice and dark in here. So this right here is my Sony ultra short throw projector there at the floor. 3100 lumens, 720p projector. The larger screen you're seeing right there is my 126-inch Supreme 8 painted screen. And in the center, we have some gray screen paint mix. So just to show you, for those of you who have dedicated home theater rooms, and if you think that you're getting the best color from your gray screen, what you are really getting. Now, I did this demonstration on the Sony projector I have upstairs in my gaming room. And now we're doing this here in my theater room. Or theater room slash, hold on, I'm trying to get all my lights out. I got lights under my movie chair too, so I want to turn those off too. If I can remember which one are the switches for this bad boy. There they go. Get those out. And then I got the movie posters over here. They got LED lights on them. So let's get those out. Let's get those out over there. So you can see, even with an ultra short throw projector, doesn't make a difference. And these are Sony's. Your picture quality is still going to fail if you're using a light gray screen or dark gray screen. It doesn't make a difference. It cannot pull contrast, and it can't pull color. And as I showed you upstairs, same demonstration, lights on, lights off. But now we're down here with the ultra short throw Sony. And as you can see in the dark, you look at the gray screen, it looks very, very, very faded. Let's go over here and let's pull up a, I think this should be a blue screen. Let me go into my menu real quick. Got some videos set up in the menu. Let's pull the blue screen up. This is the reason why you have to go through the painstaking nightmare of basically calibrating your projector, because gray screens can't pull contrast. Contrast is needed to make the color pop. I can do these demonstrations over and over and over again, and the results are all going to be the same thing. I can use different projectors. It's nothing going to make a difference. Long throw, short throw, laser, whatever you can pick, 4K, whatever. It's still going to react the same way because the screen can't pull contrast. You want to get close up on the screen? There you go. It does not have the ability to pull contrast. And as I explained before in many demonstrations, contrast is everything. Contrast is the reason why your color pops and why you get more depth to your movies and to your videos and stuff like that, and sports and whatever. You have to have contrast. Okay, let's go over here and let's check out. This one's really slippery. The other one I got right here. Let's go check out a purple color. And let's do the Starfield demonstration, which is my personal favorite. Now, as I said before, it doesn't make a difference what projector you have. The bottom line is a light gray screen will never have the ability to pull contrast regardless. And keep in mind, I can show you how to make if you want to go down the route of basically cheating your projector, and guess what? I said it before on camera many, many times. We have an old screen paint from way back called Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. We made this stuff 11 years ago. A light gray screen paint does the same reaction as any other mix out there. It does not pull contrast. But as I said before, I think in this video, I'm going to post the ingredients on how to make it. If you choose that you want to basically come up with a projection screen that's going to be faded, that's going to be washed out, and does not have the ability to produce images in fully lit environments. And keep in mind, I'm keeping this in the dark because I had so many people that come at me saying, you know, turn the lights out, turn the lights out, turn the lights out, and but this is what you're getting from your screen. And this is on an ultra short throw. Let's see if we can get the, let's do the, if you're going to pay $80 for 2 quarts, well, you might as well just make it for a gallon. Because for a gallon, you can make the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Paint we developed 11 years ago. It was light gray. Now later on, we saw the flaws in that technology when we started testing black screens. Because that screen did not have the ability to pull contrast. Let's go over, see if we can find, I got a particular video I want to pull up.
黑不是一种颜色，只蕴含一切颜色。作为 OLED 有机电视，让黑成为一项标准，纯粹的黑。
Now, I love when people think that they're actually getting a brighter image, because they don't realize that any area that shows up black, it's going to come up tan or a light gray when it's actually supposed to be black.
让所有颜色愈发出色。黑，出色，创为 OLED。
Now you see the background? Background is supposed to be pitch black. It's not supposed to be tan. So if I take something else and I put it again, this is supposed to be black. It's going to pull color regardless. You just can't pull contrast. That's the problem you're going to have. Let's bring this back a little farther back. Now I got a projector coming in next week. It has a 10,000 to 1 contrast. This is going to be interesting. Short throw, DLP, NEC. Let's see if we get more contrast out of a gray screen by using 10,000 lumens. I'm sorry, 10,000 contrast. Keep in mind, this is a black screen that's producing a high enough color to be able to match a light gray screen. Now see all this right here? The background, it's supposed to be black. So look at that. Where's the detail? You can't have detail, there's no contrast. The color's washed out and it's faded. Here we are sitting in the dark. Now, I know I'm going to have some people saying, well, you know what? Not all gray screen paints are the same. They're different. They're all different. Well, if they're different, then here's the thing. Easy demonstration. You can take bare silver screen. You can take 2 teaspoons of black and mix it with white. You can take the Digital One crystal screen paint mix. If you line them all up and you do a contrast demonstration, they will all perform the same way. They will not be able to produce a contrast level. If you put them under red or bright colors, they will fade. If you do the demonstration in a fully lit environment, they will wash out. They react the same way. But if you put in bright, beautiful colors, they will produce a better picture quality because, like I said, it's a lighter screen paint. It's close to almost near white. And it just gives you lighter screens, white screens, gray screens have a better color pop due to the fact that it is a light gray screen. It produces a higher white level. But the problem you have is it can't produce contrast. And contrast is everything. Gaming, sports, whatever you name it, you have to have contrast. There's the reason why when you watch demonstrations on these particular screens, they have to be done in dark environments or ambient light controlled environments. And here I am on my Sony. Now, next week, I shall have my NEC DLP 10,000 to 1 contrast that will be coming in. This projector is 3,500 lumens short throw. I'm going to push this thing right up on top of a gray screen, see if we can pull in contrast. I'm so confident in our black technology, I will show you how to make a gallon of cheap green screen paint mix. I know you're going to wreck your screen doing it. You are. You're definitely, I'm not responsible for it, like I said. If you don't pull contrast and your colors are washed out and whatever, like I said, it's your decision. But as I said before, there's no point in going out and doing the research and spending the money for a really good projector if you're just going to crap your picture up. This is no point. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's pull up. This is my personal favorite. Now keep in mind, the projector is projecting black. It's projecting a black background and it's projecting color. I want to see the color forming through the screen. So the light gray screen can pick up the color. It can't pick up contrast. Now, everybody wants OLED. They want those expensive TVs. They're very expensive. On top of that, and some of them are plagued with all kinds of problems. And what people want is real contrast. They want to get the most from their projector. If I know if I'm going out and I'm spending money for my projector, I want every single penny on what I paid for that projector. All those bells and whistles, all that research that I studied on my projector to get the very best, I want the best. The only problem is that you're not going to get that if you're using the gray screen. Here we are, we're projecting another image that's producing a black background and color. look how high the white levels are on our black technology. If the screen was so dark, you wouldn't be able to see the images that you're looking at right now. And it's sitting right next to a screen. I have the screen laying right against it. That's a very light gray screen. As you can see here, can't pull it up. Again, are you colored? I'm sorry. I gotta reframe myself. Our screens are black, my friend, not gray. You know what the color black looks like, right? I'll show you. Now, the screen we have here, I have a 200-inch screen painted downstairs in my basement. That's black. That's black. That's black. That's black. These are all my black screens that I have downstairs. Now, you said something about gray. Transparent black screen. Can't come on here talking trash and saying, "Hey, my screens are gray." Got a 200-inch black screen. I got a 180-inch in my backyard. And keep in mind, you got some people that come into the channel that don't understand and don't know. I do a lot of live streams upstairs in my gaming room. My wallpaper screen is black. Now, as I said before, that it has an interesting shade of black. If you know about colors, you do know that black comes in multiple shades of black, correct? You should look that up. Google it. Google up different shades of black. Black comes in more than one shade. Now, our screen has an interesting color to it. It's a different shade of black. But yes, black comes in multiple shades. You don't have to be an art major to actually understand that one. You can Google it for yourself. All right, and keep in mind also too, for the fellow who made the statement about the dark gray, I've done a demonstration against a dark gray screen versus our black screen, and yeah, it came up faded when it came to the Starfield demonstration. If I do a dark gray screen against our black screen, they would both come up the same. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. But yeah, I've done that demonstration. I've taken dark gray paint, I've taken light gray paint and put it against our black screens. Those demonstrations are done for these particular individuals who want to say, hey, the screen is dark gray. We've done these demonstrations already before. Those who watch my demonstrations, you know. Well, we're going to be doing a special deal very soon. Bit of a thank you, because we did pretty good this year. We did really good this year. So we're going to have like a very interesting shopping cart that's going to be opened up, and we're actually going to be doing quarts of it for a very reasonable price. Now, this is going to be a one-time deal, but and we're going to load the shopping cart up with maybe about 100, 200 quarts. And the price is going to be extremely, it's going to be at a good price, just put it that way. And this is just a thank you from our company for all the support we got this year. All right, let's go in, because like I said, after end of next year, we're actually working in the process of talking to an engineer on getting motorized projection screens. I do want my own motorized projection screen. No, I can't give it away because it costs money, but it's gonna be a very good deal. It's gonna be a very good deal. It's gonna be extremely reasonable, very reasonable. But like I said, it's gonna be until the shopping cart empties. It's going to be a very good deal because we have to calculate the fact that we have customers overseas, and overseas shipping for me cost me $60 to $70. For me to ship a quart overseas cost me around $62. If it goes to Saudi Arabia or somewhere a little farther out there, then I'm paying $72 to ship it out. So a lot of people don't realize that all our shipping is free. And if you ever shipped anything overseas, you know, it costs a lot of money to do it. So yeah. All right. Gotta be careful because some of this techno music. Just wait, man. Just wait until New Year's, around New Year's, close to New Year's. Just wait. We got a little surprise coming up. So we're gonna be doing something really special. I'm also too working on getting my hands on the machine that makes the wallpaper screens. Yeah, it's very costly. It's like $200,000 for that machine to make those sheets. If we get our hands on one, if we're blessed to get our hands on one, then that means that we can start making our own wallpaper surfaces. And on top of that, then I can do customized screens. Because let me tell you something, man. I would love to have 160-inch 235.1 in a wallpaper. Yes, I'd love to have that. I want that so badly. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go back to those colors again. So you can see the difference between our technology and the light gray screen paint. On blue, I like to do these particular color patterns right here just to show you how dark and how rich the colors come up. We'll do red. We'll do purple. And let me see if I can pull up green. So the reason why I'm showing the color patterns to show you that basically with black technology, you get a deeper, richer color, where if you're dealing with a light gray screen, the color is going to come out a bit washed out. Let's pull up yellow. Yellow's pretty bright. I'm going to do a sky blue, because that's a very bright color. Sky brown. I've never even heard of the color sky brown. I got to look that up now, because I just saw something pop that says sky brown, which I'm kind of curious now on that. How the heck did you get sky brown? So we'll put up this color sky blue. Yeah, we'll do gray. That's something I haven't done. I'm going to pull up a sky blue real quick too. Notice the color never changes on a light gray screen. Let's come out of here real quick. I'm going to pull up that gray. Let's do a light gray first. Let's do a gray. Hold on. All right, pulling up gray. Kind of shocker, isn't it? We've done these tests. These tests usually, like, okay, the test you're seeing right now, when I get an offer to go to a test facility, and we get a chance to do a contract, they do these tests. These are kind of tests they do. So they'll pull up color after color after color after color after color. Sometimes they put their own stuff against yours, and they want to see how your screen's going to react to different colors. They use short throw, long throw, ultra short throw, laser, 4K, you name it, they'll do it to see how your color is popping on your screen. Let's do a light gray. All right, let's bring it down to a light gray. I'm not going to try to now white, I'll tell you from the door, I'm not going to lie to you, not at all. White is always going to come up better when it comes up to a white screen or a light gray screen. Whites are always going to pull better. A white screen will always pull a higher white level than a gray screen because it's white. This is its natural habitat, where a black screen is going to always pull contrast better than any other screen because it's black. Our screen against a light gray screen, our screen is going to come up a little darker on a white scale next to a gray screen. But keep in mind, we've done demonstrations against black screens versus our technology, and our black screens can pull a higher white level than black house paint or black fabric or any kind of black screen, which that's another mission I'm on. Right now, I've been calling companies trying to find out who has a black projection screen so we can do a side-by-side demonstration. So I think Elite has one. I think Elite has a black screen. So I'm going to try to contact them to see if I can get a sample of one of their black screens so we can do a side-by-side. I'm thinking maybe it's dark gray like the Dark Star 9, but then again, I'm curious to see if it is or not. All right, let's go over and let's grab, really quick. Let's pull up a light gray. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring anybody. If you're sending me messages across, I do apologize. I said before, they pop up for a couple minutes and then they fade away. YouTube really ought to start making it so, you know, they stay up a little longer, so that way we get a chance to read them on our side, which I never get a chance to read them. But I'll leave my email information. If you have any questions, you know, just you can pop over there and send me anything you want, and I'll answer you back the best way I can. Yeah, I do apologize. It's just I don't know why they upgrade everything on YouTube. It's just they don't upgrade that part right there. Like let the whoever's typing in something, just let it stay there. Well, let's see. The only perks I can see in a light gray screen is the fact that no, I'm sorry. It doesn't pull contrast. You have to have contrast. Contrast is everything. You have no idea what you're missing on your projector. Your projector has, even the older projectors, and this projector is 720p, all right? Even the older projectors, the capability of what they have is absolutely amazing. It's just that you can't see it because your screen can't produce it. You have to have contrast. I mean, if you look at anything you watch on TV, any kind of game and weather, especially for those of you who do Modern Warfare and Call of Duty, come on, Call of Duty is full of stealth modes left and right. I mean, usually most of the time in that game, you're under the cover of darkness all the time. Now, if you're doing that in a light gray screen, you can't pull that contrast. You can't even see the detail in the image, which means the image starts to fade out. You got to turn out the lights in order to see where you're going. I can play Call of Duty with my lights on. I can play Call of Duty outside at 4 o'clock in the evening. So those are the perks of having black screens. Hold on for a minute. But I can't see it. I can't see it all. It's like I don't even know why white screens still exist, to tell you the truth. I really don't know why. Let me see. Well, it's nothing new. I mean, the guy who developed Black Diamond technology, keep in mind when he came out, white screens were all the rage. There wasn't too many gray screens out there. I mean, it was Grey Wolf. I mean, if you guys remember Grey Wolf screen, they're about $3,000 when it came out. So I guess he had his battles. He had to climb up the tree too. On top of that, consider the fact that no one really wanted to buy the technology at first because everybody was bent on white screens. But when he took that sample sheet and he moved it around, you just seen that image just blow up on that little sample sheet. It changed the industry. It did. You know, give it or not, we don't get along with freaking SL screens, but you got to give the man his respect. He built that technology in his garage. I got to give him his respect on that. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of naysayers telling him that he was wasting his time and wasting his money. White screens are never going to change, and this is how it's going to be, and they've been around forever. Pretty sure he got the same kind of nonsense. Okay. Same thing who developed the guy who developed the Ford Model T. Probably people think, oh, you're wasting your money. Why would you even invent something? Good thing he did. You know what I mean? If a lot of inventors got discouraged from other people telling them that what they can't do, man, this would be a pretty trashy world to live in, man. Because all this technology we have today is because somebody thought it up somewhere along the road, and they had to climb whatever hill they had to climb up just to make it come to life. Let me see, like Ray. Yeah, I said it. One of the things I like to watch when I'm on YouTube, I like to watch inventors and stuff like that. You got to watch the documentary on Kellogg cornflakes. It is quite interesting. A lot of you not. The man did more than just develop cereal. Actually, that cereal was actually developed by, it was a mistake. It was an error that was developed. But it was pretty interesting to watch. He was a health food fanatic. He was all about keeping in shape, being in shape. He had all these little health clubs at that particular era, you know, trying to teach people how to become healthier and eat better and live longer. And that's what he was all about. And he was trying to figure out a way how to make a snack that the people that were paying these memberships with to go to his little clubs would enjoy, something that would keep them healthy and happy and whatever, but they would enjoy, because basically the dietitian meal he had sucked. It just did. And somehow he was trying to make this particular kind of snack, and it came out wrong, and it made this crunchy kind of flaky kind of, look it up for yourself. Like I said, watch the documentary, and that's where Kellogg cornflakes literally came from. So that box of Kellogg's cornflakes, it was actually made by mistake. It was an accident. I can't find like gray. All right. We did all the different colors here, right? We're good on that part right there. We did contrast. That's all good and all right there. Like I said, you gotta have contrast is very important. I know I go over that 1,000 times over and over again. I don't know how many times I say that a day, but it is very, very important. Let's do a Call of Duty. Hope I don't get cited for this one. Especially if you guys do Call of Duty zombie mode, you know it's dark in that environment. Good God, it's dark in that environment. SL screens, been there, done it already. Been there and done it already with SL screens. I've got videos posted where we basically had a conflict with SL screens in 2016 under our old company's name, under Digital 4K Crystal Onyx. We tested their technology already. As just a matter of fact, I even have court documents where basically they sent an attorney after us to shut us up. So yeah, we've been through that road already. And even have an email from their company telling us that our product had potential, that it was something that they basically found interesting. Yeah, we have those documents. If you care to see those documents, hey, I'll put my email at the bottom and I'll shoot you the documents. You can read it for yourself. Yeah, we already been down that road. We already did that. I even have an NDA from Seymour AV where we actually were going to go in together and start working on screens together. But like I said, one of the problems you have when you're dealing with big companies is, I hate to say it, but I don't trust them, man. I've been in the business for 11 years, and it's like they're always out for their own personal play. They're like, they don't really care about what you're trying to do. They're trying to take from you. And I hate to say it, but that's what it is. You know, I learned that the hard way. You know, I learned that the hard way in business, that a lot of big companies out there have no interest in you whatsoever. They just want to take what you have. And it's the reason why we had problems with SL screens, and the problem we had with not so much with Seymour AV. Seymour AV was cool. The people over there, Chris, cool dude, really, really cool dude. They're very cool. They're nice people. It just didn't work out on their end with them. All right. But with SL screens, that problem became an issue, because at the time when we developed this particular screen paint, we had it at 25% done, and we were doing side-by-side demonstrations against Black Diamond's flagship, which was the Black Diamond, wasn't the Slate 8 or whatever. And the process of those talks back and forth, we requested an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, which means parties can go in and they can talk about whatever, but whoever's name is actually on that particular form, they can't speak and they can't talk about it. Look, lamp dimming. Automatically dims the lamp if I'm not in here. I like this projector. I love it. I like this better than the Ultimate GT 5500. But they didn't want to sign it. So it became a problem. Also, too, a lot of people don't realize that I have emails from Optima. Yeah, Optima. When Optima first came up with their 4K projector, I can show you emails and conversations we had with them. One of the problems we had with them was the fact that they didn't want to give us an NDA because they said, oh, it took 6 months to a year. It doesn't take 6 months to a year to put an NDA. If you have a legal department, you can get one up in like no time at all. That became a problem. Like I said, so now on, in my head, I just don't want to do business with any big companies, you know what I mean? Because it becomes a headache after a while. And it does. All right, let's move on from here. I'm trying to bring up something here for you guys really quick. And then I got to skedaddle because I got to go eat something because I'm hungry. Let me see. Let's see. Gameplay. Right, someone keeps mentioning SL screens. We did SL screens. Screen innovations, we did them already. We've done that one already. All right, let me show you right here. I do apologize. Different gameplay. Now, I'm going to show you something pretty interesting. Ugh. That's why black screens are better. I don't have to be in the dark if I don't want to. Image completely washes out on a light gray screen. This is the perks of having black technology. So keep in mind, this is also my my theater room slash it's a small living room right here. So my wife sits right over here and she likes to read her books. I have company that comes over, and if I want to game and I have my PS4 downstairs, I can't turn this area into a cave. So the problem I'm going to have is either someone's going to have to go, or bottom line is I'm going to take my system upstairs. With this technology, I can sit here with all the lights on the environment, and I don't have to worry about my image washing out. And I'll show you the baby right here, the love of my life. My wife hates it when I say that. There's the Sony. I tell you, I love this technology. Am I sitting on my phone? Probably so. I can have my lights on and my color doesn't fade or wash out. So I'm getting a solid blue with the lights on. And make a difference. All right, that's basically about it. I mean, I thought I'd do some of the demonstration majority with the lights out. And some people are looking at the screen talking about, man, that gray screen looks really good. Then when I turn them lights on, you see exactly what you're getting. I mean, even with the lights out, the screen still fades. 1500 lumens is more than enough. I have projectors downstairs. One of the projectors we've done in demonstrations. I have a Sony VOP X1000. That projector is 1100 lumens. That thing runs on our technology with no problem whatsoever. So your 1500 lumens, it's going to run perfectly. That reminds me too, I got to go pick me up another 4K projector, but I think I might save my pennies, and I think I might look into an 8K projector. I'm thinking about it. I think I'm getting an 8K projector. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I've done 4K already, so there's no point in buying me another 4K, but I never had an 8K projector before, and I'm talking about a real one. So I'm pretty much guessing it's probably going to cost me maybe $6,000-7,000 for it. I don't know. I'm going to have to check around and see what I can get my hands on. And let's do this on the gray. So there's the gray. All right, I'm going to get out of here real quick. I got much to do. Thank you all for your time. What's the best way to calibrate the projector? Black screens don't require calibration. They don't require it. I've never calibrated a projector a day in my life. Never. Black screens don't require calibration. Calibration started with white screens. That's where calibration came from. I don't know what your age is, but I'm 51 years old. If you remember the audio video division when you were in school and they brought in the VCR, well, let me show you where my era comes in at. I remember reel-to-reel. I remember having reel-to-reel when I was a kid, and those you remember, they would feed the tape and on the screen. But yeah, that's where calibration came in. Calibration came in when all screens were white. So if you had a white projection screen, number one, you had to be in the dark because the screen wouldn't pull up. So that was the traditional. You had to be in the dark. And then, later on when you got to the older projectors like the CRTs, when you got the Roncos and all the other projectors, when you were using BNC, they were using calibrating calibrating the color and calibrating everything just to get the image to come up proper. And that's even in a dark environment. But dark gray screens don't require them. Calibration, they really don't. They don't require it. The color's automatically going to pop. Now, like I said, if you're doing a blue screen, as I'm doing right now, we're going to do a blue screen right now. 55 years old? Yes. Hey, what's up? 55 years old. Do you know what I'm talking about by reel-to-reel? Yes, you know what I'm talking about by reel-to-reel. Yeah, because some people don't remember, and some people don't understand the reel-to-reel or the slideshows. Oh, my goodness. Those of you that are younger that are watching this, you have no idea if you have any idea what a slideshow was. It was the nightmare of all nightmares. Imagine you sitting there and your aunt brings over like 300 slides, and each slide that they slide into that machine, it pops up the picture, and then they narrate in the background about what happened and what went on in that particular trip. And if it was something interesting, and then someone else would add on to it, and that one slide could last for at least about a good 10-20 minutes, and you had another 200 to go. Yes, the slideshow. Man, nothing would put you into a coma faster than that freaking ordeal. Yeah, I went through that ordeal too. But yeah, Like I said, with our screens, I never had to calibrate a projector, never. I've done demonstrations, Optima GT 5600 I used to have, and they were saying that that particular projector can only do 100 inches. Well, my screen's 126 inches, so I noticed that when we were working with black technology, when we were doing the 120 inch in the middle, and I pulled the projector back, we were able to achieve 140, 150, 160 inch from the Optima GT 5600 that was only specified to do 100 inches. And the reason why is because when I did this demonstration, I'll put the demonstrations at the bottom so you can check it out. We first did it on the 120 inch. We pulled it back. We had to overlap in the screen and hitting the white wall behind it. And you can see when it hit the white wall, the image kind of deteriorated and became washed out. Hitting it on the black screen, the detail came up much better, and the picture was less, I guess, deteriorated. We can say it that way, less distorted. So we noticed that the black technology allows you to be able to expand the picture size if you're using ultra short throw. Now, a demonstration I will be posting, I would suggest you check it out. In the demonstration, you will see me get a 160-inch screen out of an Optima GT 5500. I had 55 and 56, 5500. When that projector is only supposed to do 100 inches. But on our black technology, I was able to expand it all the way up to 160 inch. I also did 140 inch outside. I actually have a few people reviewing my product. I have a few people who own my product on YouTube. I can put a list of posts at the bottom of people actually praising my technology. Also to have a demonstration that was done by a church who used our technology for a screen that was over 500 inches. That was an interesting testimony right there. Absolutely beautiful right there. So I'll put that at the bottom also too, so you can check that out. All right. This is why I'm doing the demonstration live. When I do demonstrations like this, I do them live because there's no way for me to alter. You're seeing this in real time. You're seeing this at the exact same time that I'm seeing it. So there's no way to actually get around this. Now, usually, like I said, if there was something fake about it, you would see it. This is live. There's no way for me to record this or go, no, so record it, yes, but to rewind it, no, you're watching it at the same time I watch it now. If I snap my fingers here, you're watching me snap my fingers at the same time I'm snapping my fingers. That's why I love live. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I gotta go eat because I'm hungry. I hadn't even eaten anything yet, so I might just order a pizza. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video demonstration. We are going to be working on, someone's asking us about a transparent, we want to do a transparent wallpaper screen. So we're working on something where I've seen these transparent TVs, but it'd be cool to have a transparent wallpaper screen that would match the background of your environment. And then when you hit it with the projector, it changes over to the screen. So that's what we're working on, because you know why I'm engineering this screen? For the PS5. Yes, I'm getting the PS5, but I'm also going to pick up the Xbox too. I'm not one of those fanboys that say one system's better than the other. I don't care. I just want to game. That's all to it. You know what I mean? I'm not into the whole fanboy on which system is better. I just want to game. That's all. And I'm getting both of them because if the Xbox is going to have some exclusive games that I can't get my hands on, I'm a big Gears of War fan and Halo fan. So guess what? I'm going to be hitting that system. And then over there with the PS4. I would build another PC, but it's just too costly to do a PC right now. I got bills to pay. I really do got a lot of bills to pay. All right. Let's see. I think that's basically about it. When the new projector gets here, I'll let you guys know, and we'll do an unboxing on that too. I pray it works because I paid $123 for this projector. This projector on the market's like 900 bucks. Oh, also too, I do apologize. I got permission from the merchant to post his account for the Sony projectors. Please keep in mind that this projector I got right here was an open box. So that's why I got it for $550. It came minty in the box. It also came with, this is an interactive projector, so I can switch the projector. I haven't learned to draw on the screen yet, but I can actually draw on the screen. Hold on, I'll show you for a minute. We'll pop into my messy kitchen real quick. Still dealing with this. So this projector came with some pretty cool stuff. So this is some of the stuff it came with. Of course, the USB cables for something else. But it came with pens, so I can write on my screen. So as soon as I figure out how to work all that, which I haven't had time to do, and also too, it came with a warranty. And it came with software disk that came with it. There's the warranty right there. It came with the warranty right there, which is pretty cool. And it came with this giant, thick manual, most of it's in other languages. And then the cool thing about it is, because I was in the process of throwing out the box, and the box had a little weight to it, good thing I actually flipped it over. It was actually, they added in the mounting bracket. So these are the actual ultra short throw brackets for Sony. So this right here, it's probably about $200-300 for this, and they added it in for free, which is freaking cool. So I guess when I move to the other house, I'll mount the projector, but until then, it has to stay on the floor for right now because I'm not going to mount it up there. No. All right. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here real quick. Oh, wait. Let's get this off real quick. All right. And let's do. Why's that gate coming out like that? Oh, I forgot. It's the wrong one. Wrong. There we go. Got the right one this time. Just pulling some videos real quick. I do apologize if there's some pause time in there, people. So I'm trying to bring up from my 4K channel. Let's see, 8K. That's why I want an 8K projector. I really want an 8K projector. There's no point in me doing videos and that does 8K playback if I don't have an 8K projector, and that's why I want one. Show the projector with the lights on. You see how much light has contact with my screen at all times. So this area is really bright. Is all the lights on in the home? I want to take my lights out. The projector I'm using is 720p. Under it and 90-degree viewing angle. And as I said before, I should be able to walk around anywhere in my environment and the screen should be able to be seen. (190-degree viewing angle) because you have some of the screens. All right, so the 190-degree viewing angle came from when you had screens like let's say, put it this way. Okay, so the Firehawk G4, the DMP Supernova, the Affinity and Blade, the Elite Screens Dark Star 9, and SL screens. Those screens have a form of interesting kind of reflective material. So the reflective material kind of works like if you're driving in a car and you see a jogger and your headlights hit it, it's really bright, all right? But if you were to move your car to a different direction, they become dark. You can't see them. So this is where this problem started to occur. These particular screens had to be in line with the projector. So the screen had to be right in the middle in order for the image to pick up. So if you moved it a little too far up or too far or side to side, the problem that you had, the image would become dark around the edges. So the 190-degree viewing angle. If you take your camera, you should be able to hit the screen and the image should pull up. From top to bottom, you should be able to see that image. Now, the reason why I do that is because they have something called a narrow viewing cone. A narrow viewing cone means a screen can only be viewed while you're looking it straight on. As you start to move, the screen becomes dark. When you get to the side, it's completely black. Those of you who have screens that do that, that's what they call the narrow viewing cone. So the only way you can view that image and you get the best view and pleasure, you would have to be standing right in front of it. So that's why if you see me take my camera and I do like this, and I tilt it to the side like this against the screen, that's a 190-degree viewing angle right there. You should be able to see that screen the same way you see it on the side. You should be able to see it as it is in the front. It should look the exact same way. That's what you're supposed to be to do. But you got some screens out there that can't do that. They have something called a narrow viewing cone, which means when you turn to the side, the screen becomes dark. SL screens were known for doing that. They turn dark. Now, when you had, what's the word for it? So you have some screens, like I said, because they have a narrow viewing cone, they don't work well with ultra short throws. That's why they had to design a particular special screen for ultra short throw. When Elite came out with an ultra short throw screen, it was customized for ultra short throw projectors, because if you use an ultra short throw projector on certain screens that had narrow viewing cones, the image would come up black. That's why when I do those demonstrations like that. I'll show you with, let me see, do I have that on me? I may be able to do that on, okay, I know a screen that might not be ultra short throw compatible. I think the DLP Supernovas, I'm not sure, I think they had problems with ultra short throw projectors. Let's see if we can find one here. I have sample sheets all over the place down here. Oh, wait, I forgot I was doing some testing today. So here we go. Now see, some people are testing their screen paints against other mixes. I do mine against the big boys. Dark Star 9, I have all of Elite screen samples. There's no point in testing your screen paint against your own mixes and somebody else's mixes. You have to test them against the big screen. What is the difference between your screen and a $5,000 projection screen? So keep in mind, this is going to produce a much brighter image than our screen because it is a lighter color. I think I might be able to pull it off on the screen so you can see it. Hold on for a minute. So you can see what it looks like. Let's pull up the color, because you have to be to see it. The color red. We might be able to do it. All right. So we'll put this right here. All right. So this is the screen. This is a Dark Star 9. See if we can do it on here. There you go. See it? Now watch when I come back over. It'll go back to its original form. Now if I turn, they get dark. That's what you call narrow viewing cone. So the screen would have to be in line with the projector in order for it to be able to produce a red image. Now you see where the image comes up better? Because it has to be aligned with the projector. See how it comes up with a better red? But as we start to turn, the image becomes dark. That's what they call the narrow viewing cone. The screen can't produce an angle because it only can be viewed from the front. See, I know all this stuff because I've done all this research. A lot of people think, oh, you're just mixing different mixes together. No, 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 no. You have to know the science behind your technology and everybody else's. How it works, how it functions, what are the flaws. You have to know all this. And that's one of the things I figured out when I was doing the demonstration against SL screens. As we started to turn, and I found out by accident. I was just turning the camera to show the angle gain. And as I started to turn, the screen became dark. And I was like, I thought it was my camera acting up for a minute, and it wasn't. The screen is plagued with a narrow viewing cone. Oh, come back. All right. Now, if I set the image up high in the center, see if I can find my bar there. In the middle, color doesn't pull up properly. I'll take my lights out in here because it's very bright in here. As you can see, my living room is quite bright. Let me get the right one. There we go. And we'll take this one out too because I think this one has a lot of light on it too. Look, I'm going to tell you something. You can take a DLP Supernova. You can take a Darkstar 9. You can take SL screens. Any one of the high performance screens, they would blow a light gray screen paint mix out of the water with no problem. Easily. Our technology, when it comes to these screens have problems with short throw projectors. Our images can pull on short throw projectors. You've seen the demonstration where I took the light gray screen and I stuck it right in the middle. Now, as I said before, we've done demonstrations already with our black screen paint technology versus house paint versus black fabric versus other black. We found one black screen, and we did this on white levels because the hardest thing for a black screen to pull is a white level. So it's only fair to do a demonstration on black technology versus black technology on a white screen. All right, I'm doing white levels to see which one produces a higher white level. Now, when it comes to gray screen paints, and this is something I haven't seen, and I can't express this enough. What is the difference between other screen paint mixes and bare silver screen, or any form of gray screen paint mix, including our old Digital One crystal screen paint? I'll tell you something. They're all going to produce a bright image, but when it comes to contrast, neither one of those screens will pull a contrast level. Now, if someone has a mix out there that's light gray and can pull a contrast level like a black screen, now you got something. But until then, they all act the same way. So instead of paying $80 for 2 quarts, you can make a gallon for $27. We were making, like I said, the stuff that you're seeing out here on YouTube, we made it 11 years ago. If you don't believe me, you can look up my old company under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Go back and check through my old archives, and you will see under the year 2012 and 2013, we were developing that technology that far back. It's old. That's why I can show you how to make it for $30 or something a gallon. Now, light gray screen paint. Does not have contrast. Well, the other one fell off, but it does not have contrast. That's all. Bottom line, you can't pull it from there. I don't know why people think trying to get black to come trying to get black to come out of a gray screen. It's like trying to squeeze water out of a stone. Okay, just put it that way. Because I guarantee you, bar none, if you do have a light gray screen, I guarantee you, bar none, that all you have to do is go to YouTube, put in star field screensaver, turn all your lights on, see what happens. That's all you got to do. Turn all your lights on, see what happens. Now, if I were to take a really quick, let's go back real quick to really fast here. See if I can find it here. Let's see what we got going on here. We can track it down. Now, there's the star field demonstration. That right there is the late dark star 9. It's a gray screen, it can't pull contrast. But if you were to take this right here, down right there, and if you were to take this right here and put this there, and take this one and put it here, now you got a dark star 9 that pulls up better contrast than a light gray screen paint. Because most people who have screens in their home either have them white or they have them light gray. So they can't get the image to pop, they can't get the color to pop, they can't get contrast, so they'll call a company like Elite Screen or one of these big other companies and say, hey look, I can't get the color to pop, and they will suggest them to get one of these. Keep in mind, Elite Screen does make the Gray Cinema 5D, which is a silver screen, and all the rest of the cheap screens, the bottom dollar screens, are white. Those are their bottom dollar screens. Those are the screens they just sell for the sake of just selling. The screens don't do anything at all, period. Now, it looks black here. If our technology wasn't in the picture and you just had this screen at home, this screen right here would look black against your gray screen. Keep in mind that if you look at a Elite Dark Star 9, that's a $3,000 screen. Now, if you put that technology against a screen that's true black, it comes up gray. And our screens are ultra short throw compatible. So you got a screen paint that's ultra short throw compatible. And keep in mind, for those of you that are going to be using our technology outside, I have yet to see a demonstration on a light gray screen doing any form of contrast demonstration outside at 4 o'clock in the evening. I know some people want to stick with it, the light gray screen paints. But the bottom line, like I said, there's no point in you having your 6,000 to 1 or 5,000 to 1 or whatever you're going to have off your projector if you can't produce it. You're not going to be the producer. Why even bother buying a projector that has 10,000 to 1? Oh, Bruce is so bent on the color. It's black, Bruce. Screen's black. It's a black screen. It's the same screen that I have up, same color screen I have downstairs. I have more lighting in this environment than I have in the rest. Actually, the basement has a ton of lighting. But as you can see, my lighting sits right against my screen. My screen is black. If the screen was dark gray, and Bruce, you're not going to like this, because I tell people, be careful. I got enough demonstrations to choke a horse. This right here, 4300 lumen projector. This is dark gray. That's the color of dark gray. Now, let's go do a little switch out real quick. Now, I want to show you something really quick. Now, you see, let's Let me see if I can get a black color here. When I told you our screens have an interesting color, this is black house paint. See the color of that? Now, if I take this and I put it against my screen here, see the different colors? Now, if you notice, when I showed you my screen, it's black, and it is black. I told you black comes in different shades. This is black. But if you put it against our technology, it looks gray, doesn't it? But it's black. The reason why it was developed that way, because you have to be smart in business, and I'll tell you why. Because I told this story before where we had a company we had a contract with, and a company tried to steal from us by basically reprinting our labels and putting black paint into the containers and saying that the containers came in damaged. They deliberately damaged the containers, saying they came in on shipping that way. So we would have to refund the money for those damaged containers and replace those containers for a product that we never sent them to begin with. So all we had to do was say, hey, if we take our technology and we stick it against here, we can tell it's our technology. Also, too, it keeps people from doing falsified demonstrations against our technology, too. Because you can't put everyday black paint into the container and say, hey, look, it's their product. Because this is everyday black paint. That screen right there is black. That's black. There you go. That's why the screen looks gray to you. It's actually black. If I came down here and I showed you every last one of these screens, they're black. As I said before, black comes in different shades. Got to get over that one. This is dark gray. You see the different colors now? Dark gray, black, black. It's just a different shade of black. Been through this before. It's nothing new. All right, I'm getting out of here. I got much to do. I thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless. Y'all have a good one, and I'm out.